Hello world, it's Nathaniel here with Kicked in the Junk. On today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about 2 principles that I teach anybody I'm coaching, whether it's clients, whether it's my U12, my son's football team, or the high school team that I coach at. Anybody that I always want to instill in them is 2 principles that can help you radically change your life and are so easy to implement, but very hard to continue to practice. So I'm going to get right into this. First thing I want to chat about on this, again, short, quick episode is going to be about your attitude. So we are in a world right now where things are uncertain all the time. Things are shifting, adjusting, interest rates, news. You have politicians, you have the environment. Things are always shifting and changing. And unfortunately, a lot of humans, and sometimes even myself, I find those shifts and changes, it's uncertain, so it's hard to predict. And it can really be stressful sometimes if we're not in a good state of mind. So that is one thing you can do to help yourself when you are and you're noticing all these things coming at you that are adjusting and shifting and changing, is look at what is your attitude right now, because that is something you can always control. A great example is if you've been in a car accident, or maybe you're just driving in traffic and you have somebody cut you off. If you're in a good mindset, you have the ability there, and somebody cuts you off and you have to slam on your brakes. Are you going to freak out and get mad at them, right? And lower your attitude to a lower level where you're angry, frustrated, upset? Or are you going to try to have a better and positive attitude and just think, hey, that person maybe didn't see me, they're in a hurry, whatever, right? Looking at what you can control. And that is, again, a great example there, your attitude. You can control that. That pours into everything, whether you are trying to work on a relationship, whether you're trying to work on a business, whether you're an athlete, whether you're just being a parent or you're trying to work on yourself, is that if you go into these scenarios with a great attitude, something that you can always control. So let's say your interest rates go up. You're a parent and interest rates go up and you're having to deal with that, and your teenage daughter, like I've been there, it's a lot of stress. But if you're going into that, all these things that are changing all the time with a bad attitude, which is something that you can control, those scenarios can be a lot tougher. Or are you going to the scenarios with a positive attitude? Are you going into them looking for solutions or just being uplifting? It doesn't mean that these situations are going to go away magically. They're not. They're going to be there. But what is your attitude going into it? Because that is something, again, you can always control your attitude, how you address it. The second thing I want to share with you, and this is something, again, always preaching and practicing myself, and is ongoing practices, and is a one and done. But it is, what is your effort like right now in this scenario? Are you, again, in a difficult situation with, again, interest rates going up and news telling you this? Or maybe you have a difficult job, or maybe you're in a difficult relationship. What's your effort like going into that? Are you putting in a full effort? Are you putting in 100% into your relationship, into that job that you do like, or into your business that you do like? Are you putting in a good effort there? Are you putting in not just good, but 100% effort? Because you can go into it with a half-ass effort and then get half-ass results. Or you can focus on what you can control. And what you can control always is your effort into any scenario, whatever it is. So the question for you is, look at what areas of your life right now that you are struggling in. Maybe it's your business right now. Maybe it is your relationship. Maybe it's being a parent. I've struggled at all these things. Still do. Again, it's not a one and done. But where can you apply these principles? Where can you look at, how's my attitude? How's my effort? Am I putting in 100% into these areas of my life, to these things that are causing me problems and causing me issues and are changing all the time? I always see me changing, because that, putting energy into that right there will give you some certainty. Certain that you can rise above it, and certainty that you reinforce that you can control those 2 things in your life and be certain about those. So again, this is a really short one, but I just thought it needed to be said because it's an easy principle. and something that you can take away and utilize today. So thank you so much for listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And last thing here, again, I don't charge for these at all, but if you want to check out Lifepurposefully.ca, you can sign up for their blog. My wife is putting out some amazing content. To be honest, it blows me away with what she is coming up with because it is just phenomenal. We're talking about different principles with relationships and how to be a better version of yourself and how to move forward when you feel like you're aimless. So if you want to subscribe, you can go to lifepurposefully.ca, sign for the emails, and have some just easy content, something that would take you 2 or 3 minutes to read that might just help your day and just give you a little bit of a boost that you might need if you're feeling stuck in your life. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on the next episode.